I think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for. Even if they don't care much for me.
I noticed you mentioned your dad a lot, but never your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
I'm sorry.
It's hard to miss what you never knew. I don't ponder it over much. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
Is that normal?
I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
You mentioned something earlier that I wanted to ask you about.
You mean about the mission being too clean?
Isn't it supposed to be clean? It's a church.
I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
You're a mechanic. Whenever you see a machine, it's in need of fixing.
Fixing the universe is a job for somebody way better than the likes of me.
Let's get back to it. All right. Retrieve the power regulator. It's over here now. Well, I hope I made the good choice. I don't remember honestly if we did, but if we did, we did. If we didn't, we didn't. I don't think it matters too much, but okay. Use terminal. Receptionist terminal. Access file 01. I had to borrow your copy of Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. Radio's been sputtering, and I needed the reference. I've returned the copy to the repair bay. Access file 2. Chaos everywhere. Mechanicals going haywire. Gunfire. Hearing some screams. Oh la! I think that was someone's leg. Would like to leave early for the day. Please deduct delinquency fee from my pay. Thank you. Proud to be a member of Spacer's Choice family. Okay, let me actually go to my inventory real quick, because there was something that I wanted to see. Let's inspect this. Or options. Okay, there's no options with it. Okay, I thought we might have been able to read it so that we could get maybe some more increase to our engineering skill, but that doesn't look like it was the case. Ooh, okay, you have to go through here. Raptidon head anatomy. Jeez, what the heck is that thing? Hopefully we never have to face that thing. It looks like a creature that might destroy us if we're not careful. It just might destroy us. Who knows? But yeah, so again, I'm enjoying this game so far. Again, I really hope I made the good choice. I really did, because I always like trying to make the best choice I can. Hello.
Okay, keep them quiet.
Watch out. Surprise! Gotcha. That does 2 damage. Okay, so we have to shoot him in the torso. I guess. I don't know. Nice, more armor parts. Okay. Let's keep going. I'm gonna need to plug in my controller real quick. here in a second anyway. Nice, Adreno. Well, looks like we can't go through that way. So I guess we'll go back over this way. Through where we came in. More energy cells. I really hope that we can get a better weapon here soon. Our weapons are not the best at the moment. But let's go ahead and head over to the map. I think we should be able to fast travel over here, which we can. Nice. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to try and do some fast traveling for the most part, just so that, you know, can get through things a little bit quicker. But I think we're coming to the end of our first playthrough. Obviously, this is probably part 3 or 4 by now, but basically how I'm going to do these walkthroughs, I think I mentioned it in the very first video, but for those guys who, if you are new, I'm going to basically just sit down and play the game for a long time. Alright, but now we can go ahead and head over here and talk to Adelaide, and I have a feeling that she's not going to be very happy with us.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
Reed needs his people back. This isn't personal, Adelaide. I need your power regulator. Man. All these options are something that I probably wouldn't have said. I probably would have said what my companion said earlier on. But I guess I'll say Reed needs his people back. I guess that's the best option.
You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
You're being unreasonable. Come back to Edgewater. What happened to you? I'm willing to deal with Reed for you.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or are you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same 4 walls together.
Okay, Reed isn't just going to leave his post. I'll need some help convincing him.
Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
What happens when you run out of corpses?
Edgewater Cemetery's got corpses aplenty. Enough for a generation's worth of crops.
Okay. Weird, but okay. Enough talk. Leave conversation. Well, looks like we have to break the unfortunate news to a couple of people here. Whoops. Well, again, not everyone can be happy.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead. Whoa, Miss Parvati. You're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
I seen you wandering around here. You don't look like you're coming from town.
I'm passing through.
Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Never too late to start learning. I could give you a couple pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Okay. Today's your lucky day, Thomas. I've got one of those data pads you wanted.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
The elusive part 3. Someone stashed it away inside the old geothermal plant.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
I'll let you know if I find any others.
Sure. I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
You won't survive without power. It's time to go back to Edgewater.
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again.
So don't work at the cannery. You wanted to be an engineer.
You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater, and I'm as good as dead to her.
Stay put. I'm gonna try to talk Reed into stepping down.
You know where to find me.
Alright, now we need to talk to this lady over here.
Marauders can't see us in the dark. Wild canids, on the other hand.
There's nothing left for you here. It's time to go back to Edgewater.
The matter's been weighing on me. I'm staying put until I know what's become of Zoe. Don't want that question haunting me all the way back to the cannery.
Okay. I'll leave you be. So, looks like we have a few things to do. So, let's go ahead and jump into the Search Zoe's home. So, we're going to jump into a few kindred spirits now. Going to jump into that quest. But so that we can complete the quest that we're currently on. So I'll go in there, but I think that's going to do it for my very first play session here of Outer Worlds. I had a really, really fun time today, and in the next play session, or the start of the next play session, we'll go ahead and head over to Zoe's house and start getting the clues, and we'll probably finish the first big main quest of the game as well in the next play session. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this first these first multiple parts of the Outer Worlds. I've been really enjoying this game so far. Gives me a lot of Fallout vibes, even though it's not really a Fallout game per se. But I've really enjoyed it, and hopefully you guys did as well. If you guys did enjoy this video, a like rating is always appreciated. If you want to check out any of my other previous episodes, there will be a playlist at this point of this full series, and I'll see you guys all on another episode of the Outer Worlds very soon.